Hello dear student, I am Dr. Saroj Kumar Chandra, Assistant Professor, School of Computing Science and Engineering, Galgotias University, Greater Noida, India. In this lecture, we will discuss about dynamic memory allocation. So, before starting the lecture, a student must have knowledge about the pointers, what are the different techniques for dynamic memory allocation, and knowledge about the different dynamic memory allocation functions. In this lecture, we will discuss about difference between different dynamic memory allocation methods. So, dynamic memory allocation is a process by which computer programs and services are assigned with physical or virtual memory space. The memory allocation is done either before or at the time of program execution. So basically, two types of memory allocation is possible in the computer. First one is compile time or static memory allocation, and the next one is runtime or dynamic memory allocation. So you must have heard about the term compile time and runtime. So whenever you are implementing a program, so it needs to be compiled, and upon successful completion of the compilation process, it gets executed. So it may be possible that there is any kind of syntax errors or other problems associated with your program. So in that condition, your compilation process failed and it will display some kind of error message to you. That happens during the compile time. And also in this process, the variable declared in the program are allocated memory space. So whenever memory space to the declared variable in the program is done at the compile time, then it is called compile time or static memory allocation. And the next one is runtime or dynamic memory allocation. So in the runtime or dynamic memory allocation, the memory is allocated to variables during runtime. So this is the basic difference. Whenever we are using some functions like malloc, calloc, realloc, then it happens in the runtime. But the declared variable in the declaration section of the program memory allocated to compile time. We will see the differences between this compile time and runtime, their benefits, and also we will see the pros and cons of these two memory allocation techniques. So here I have tabulated the difference between static memory allocation technique and dynamic memory allocation technique. So one by one I am reading this. So is the first row in the table, it says in the static memory allocation variables gets allocated permanently. Okay, so what does it means? And in the dynamic memory allocation it says that variable gets allocated only if program unit gets active. Okay, so whenever you are declaring a variable, okay, so it allocates memory permanently. Okay, suppose I am declaring a variable int, then 4 bytes are allocated to it and it will be reserved. It will be reserved at the compile time. But dynamic memory allocation uses pointers that gets activated only whenever we are initializing some variable, some value to it. Next one is static memory allocation is done before program execution. As I said earlier, static memory allocation is done on the compile time, whereas dynamic memory allocation is done during program execution. Okay, next one is in static memory allocation there is no memory reusability. What do you mean by the memory reusability? Okay, suppose in the declaration section you have declared an array which is having size of 10. Okay, so it will store 10 numbers of int, and suppose int is taking 4 bytes. Then total 40 memory bytes is allocated to it, and in the initialization phase, suppose you are initializing only 5 members of that array, then rest 5 will be wastage, and you cannot use that space if that is static memory allocation. But if you have dynamically allocated the memory to the array, then you can resize the array. In this way you can reuse the free space in the case of dynamic memory. Next one is in static memory, once memory is allocated, memory size cannot be changed. Okay, this is same as above paragraph, because statically you are allocating space to the variable, then you cannot change size of that variable. But that is not true in the case of dynamic memory allocation. When memory is allocated, memory can be resized. Next one is in the static memory allocation, execution is faster than dynamic memory allocation. Okay, why this is happening? Because in the static memory allocation you have address of location where particular value of variable is stored. But in the dynamic memory allocation, the address is known at the runtime. Okay, means here we are calculating address of the location where the variable will be stored is known at the runtime. So that's why it is slow as compared to static memory allocation. Next one is, in static memory, memory remains from start to end of the program. Okay, so here basically its existence will remain till program is executed. But in the dynamic memory allocation, you can free the allocated memory space to variable. Means you can free the memory. Okay, so it does not necessary that its existence will remain throughout the program. Okay, that is basic differences between the static memory allocation and dynamic memory allocation. So here we have two methods that we have discussed in the previous class, that is malloc and calloc. These two methods are used to dynamically allocate memory space for the variables. Okay, so what are the basic differences between these two methods while allocating spaces? So whenever you are using malloc to allocate memory space to the variable, then it does not initialize the allocated memory. Means it will have a garbage value. Okay, and if you want to access that memory location, content of that memory allocation, then there may be, it will give segmentation fault error, since the memory allocated has not been initialized, or it can print garbage values also. It is depend on the machine also. So whereas whenever you are using the calloc function, then it automatically initializes the values to 0. Okay, so one is not initializing the allocated space and another is initializing the allocated space. This is basic difference between malloc and calloc method. Another one is number of blocks. Here in the malloc and the calloc methods, the parameters we are passing is having also difference. In the malloc method, we are passing only one parameter, but in the calloc method, we are passing two parameters. Okay, these are the basic differences, and the return value of both method will be same. Upon successful completion, it will return first byte to the pointer. Otherwise, it will return null value. Okay, so when null value is returned, whenever there is no free memory space in the memory, then it will return null value. This is the program in which this is the program. In this example, we have implemented both malloc and calloc method. So here we have declared ARR as the pointer of int, and here we are using malloc and calloc method to allocate memory space for this variable. So as we have seen the syntax of both the methods, so here first term is the typecasting and next one is the malloc function, and 5 is the number of variables of particular type, and multiplied by size of data type. So here we have declared array ARRSINT pointer variable, then the size of allocated space must be size of int, and here we are allocating space for 5 int variables. So total it will take 20 bytes in the memory. And here in the same way you can see here, using the calloc method we are also allocating space to the pointer variable ARR. So the basic difference you can see that two parameters we are passing in the calloc method and only one parameter we are passing in the malloc method. But another difference is that here only we are allocating space to the variables, but we are not initializing values to the variables. So whenever we want to access element of this array after this malloc method, then it may be possible it will give segmentation fault or it may give garbage values. Okay, and here you can see free method we have used here to free the allocated space, and in the next statement we have reallocated space to variable ARR using calloc method. So here calloc method initializes values to the allocated space with the 0. So there will be no problem if you want to print the values, then it will print zeros after calling this calloc function. In the next statement we are freeing up the space allocated to pointer variable ARR. So these are the basic differences between malloc and calloc method. So in the summary, in this lecture we have discussed about the differences between the static and dynamic memory allocation, and also we have seen what are the differences between memory allocation methods. For more information you can contact me at saroj.chandra@galgotiasuniversity.edu.in. These are the references that I have taken to prepare the presentation. Thank you. See you in the next lecture.